Right, I'm just going to do a quick video talking about Nanoweave, NSO, and a few bits of stuff that they changed, basically. So, moving straight into it, I'm just going to get straight into this. So, they've started messing around with Nanoweave. Basically, Nanoweave came to the Ps4 as a reduced base movement speed. Now, they put this in by accident because they didn't mean to put it in. They basically, I don't know, they switched an update with something else and they ended up putting a bunch of stuff in that shouldn't have been added. Now, is that true or not? I think they were just putting it there to test and see what people's reactions were. Personally, as a PS4 user, that's actually really good because it gives us a chance to actually look at stuff a bit like a PTS before it's actually come out. Now, I can honestly say that the reduced movement speed is complete garbage. Now, let me just advance shield capacitor. Like this, you run around in circles, etc, etc, etc. And with the base movement speed. With the reduced movement speed, do I feel it? Not really. I mean, I do a little bit, but still dome people in the head. Normally, when I'm fighting, I play a lot of engineer. Now, everyone says, "Oh, you should play heavy." Like, yeah, I probably should. Just to clear that up, play a lot of engineer. Now, when I'm engaging somebody, normally, you know, you have to commit. I don't tend to run around in circles, but you will get these guys with high sensitivity, and they will run around in circles like this, and they will literally dodge every bullet in your gun, turn around and shoot you and then drill you in the head. Now, does it bother me? Not really. I've played the game for 4 years. I've had that happen to me for 4 years. It's what it is. People are just really good at the game. It's just the nature of the game and how it is. But new players coming into the game, man, they don't want to have to deal with this bull crap. You know, they don't want somebody drilling them in the head every 5 minutes. Now, for ceres, right? Ceres is a server where the fight is always in the middle. There's no fight anywhere else. So having to go to the only fight on the map and deal with people who just use Nanoweave heavies is like, no one's going to stay in this game. Like, let me go to Amherst right now. You will see one fight in the middle, and that's it. So yeah, like, you go to the middle, right? Bearing in mind we're on a really bad map at the moment, but something like Horsen, for example, you would be in the middle. You cannot fight anybody other than sweaty heavies. It's what it is. There's no new players to shoot at because most of them are seasoned veterans that have played for years. Most of them are going for directives, so they're really sweating hard for the kill. You've got some dude who's just downloaded the game and he's actually managed to get into the game. He's actually managed to get into the game by downloading the full version, because when you download half the game, it still puts you in cold tier, but doesn't put you in the friggin' main map. So as you can see, warp gate's dead. And yeah, so we're getting warp gated by 12 to 24 at the moment. We've got Araxis Firearms Corp being taken. So we're getting pushed by both sides. It's just what it is. Normally, on an average day, you would see the fight in the middle. That's all it would be. It would just be a fight in the middle. And you would have new players running around lost. And they would be getting farmed by ASP 100 guys that are just trying to keep the kill to death up or do directives. That's what it is. People don't stay in this game. So having to deal with people who use Nanoweave, now I think their changes were meant to be for people who sneak up to somebody, drill a bunch of bullets into their back, they turn around and drill them. Like, that's happened to me loads of times. Now, I've played for 4 years, and I can honestly say that fighting some people in this game is terrible. Like, it's not just about me being bad at the game, which, yeah, I am, I'm pretty bad. But the connection, the people's connections, like, I've fought people, gone up to somebody, drilled them in the back, they've turned around, they've moonwalked across the friggin' step where I'm shooting them, and drilled me in the head at the same time. I'm like, what the hell is this? Then you take a video, you put it on YouTube, people say, oh, he's not hacking, he's just got an connection problem. So yeah, that's what you're up against. That's what new players are up against. You know, it doesn't bother me. I don't get stressed anymore. I just go, oh well, it happened and that's it. Like, the joy I get out of this game is leading squads, sorting out my outfit, because that's fun, that gives me something to do, and helping new players. The actual player experience of me shooting somebody is just, you either kill them or they kill you. There's no in between of 50-50. Normally it's like, who's got the better connection, who's got a PS5 at the moment. Like, if you've got a PS5, you're going to automatically kill the PS4 user because of the FPS. Not quite, but that's what everyone's saying. You've got so many problems with the PS4 version. It's just terrible. I mean, population, having less population than any other server makes it so there's only one fight in the mid and you have to fight there. And it's so annoying. Anyway, enough ranting, I'm going to move on. So NSO, if you didn't know, is now free to play. You can download you can build an NSO character for free. So you just go to the character screen, click build an NSO, put a name in, and there you go. It's literally that easy. Now the free version of NSO puts you on a random faction. Now normally if you buy membership, you can bind it to a faction. So if you're binding it to a faction, you will be able to join an outfit. If you don't have membership and don't bind it to a faction, you won't be able to do that. It will basically put you on the lowest pop faction and you will be forced to fight for that faction. So at the moment, most people go for VS or TR because NC has a good pop most days, and it's what it is. Now, as you can see here, just logged in again. So go to VR real quick. I'll just show you. So there's two things that you want to be aware of: is the Chimera and the Devilish. Now they're new to PlanetSide. They come this update, which was a couple of weeks ago. Now they did actually put the summer fun stuff back in. They took it out originally because it ended on the 25th, and then we had our update on the 25th. So they took it out and then put it back in, like, I don't know, a week later or something. It was actually pretty cool. So in here at the moment, you'll see testing out NSO box. There's one there. So there's a bunch of guns, different guns added to NSO. You'll see some different guns. They've got the Super Soaker stuff, and yeah, got a whole lot of different guns. Now that's not really what I want to talk about. I want to talk about, oh yeah, I'll just tell you this quick as well. I don't think I've covered it, but they now have, in VR, they have black armor targets and Nanoweave armor targets. Now, the best thing about this is you'll shoot them at range, and if they're wearing Nanoweave, now you'll see the people that glow are wearing shields, they're over shields. So it shows you the time to kill, kind of, with how many bullets it takes. Now, they always said that you come into VR and you shot a bunch of dummies in VR, and it was like many bullets away from actually the real thing. You shot someone and it felt like 5 bullets, but then when you go against somebody, it was like 20 odd bullets later. You like waste a whole clip on somebody. So yeah, anyway, so this is what the Devilish looks like. Now I've just added a bunch of random stuff just to show you. So yeah, it's basically a fighter, like it's like an air fighter type thing. That's what somebody said to me. Now, bearing in mind, I've never used one of these. I think to be fair, I think I've used one once, and that was a standard bundle. Now, it can carry, so it has lock-ons. This is what I do. So yeah, so you have a passenger seat, and obviously a driver. So yeah, I just stuck some random stuff on it. You can come and check it out for yourself. You can literally just start a character, just jump straight in. That's what I've been doing. But it's really good for those who want to play solo. If you don't want to be part of an outfit and you just want to go on the lowest pop faction and just kill stuff, then by all means. This is what the fighter looks like. I'll jump that, just show you quick. Jump on it. So yeah, got turbines there, gun there where the gunner sits, and other stuff. Looks pretty cool. Really like it. If you've got your outfit logo, I think it puts it, yeah, there you go. Puts it on the side. So yeah, really cool stuff. I really like that. I really like that. It looks absolutely amazing. Like the way they made it and everything looks really nice. So moving on, we've got the Chimera. Now the Chimera is a 2-seater tank that can have, well I say 2-seater, it can have up to 4 people on the side. So you see those little seats on the side? They can actually, you can actually put somebody on the side. So as you can see here, on the side you've got the gunner seat, which is this. This is not a very good starter gun, it's pretty weak. But you've got seats on the side here, as you can see, sitting on the side, sitting on the other side, and yeah, I'll just go back to the driver's seat. So here you go, they're quite tall, and they do get shot pretty easily. They don't have an ability like Vanguard does when he has the overshoot. So fighting an experienced tank can be quite tough. I have used one of these for a bit. So yeah, this is what they look like. They look really nice. Just try and see if we can climb on it. There you go. Look absolutely amazing. Got your outfit logo there, or whatever logo that is. You've got the bull bars at the front. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, and obviously you've got the gunner seat and the driver's seat. Looks really cool. Now I did put the skin on it. Let me just show you real quick. This isn't how it normally looks. I'll just get out and show you real quick. So yeah, this is like a cosmetic you can buy for it. What is it called? I think it's this thing here. So if you take it off, that's what it would look like normally. That's what it looks like with the cosmetic thing. Looks pretty cool. So yeah, that's literally the NSO stuff. Now I could go into more detail, but I'm just telling you the basics of what came out, and you can come and check it out for yourself if that's what you want to do. For me, I don't play NSO really. I'd rather just stick to my main character on the team. I've been doing this. I've just done the summer directive. Now, if you didn't know, the summer directive is out at the moment. If you go to directives. Summer Fun 2021. Now, I did do a video on that. If you want to check that out, it's up to you. So yeah. Another thing as well. I'll just go back to Sentry real quick. So they've updated stuff like the mission board and some of the terminals. So they now have names above them, telling you what they are. It's more for the new players, so they know what they are, which is actually really useful. I've had a lot of players in the past that have joined my squads and they're like, I'm trying to do a mission. How do I activate my missions? Where's the mission thing? So just alone, that's probably a big change. Now, I don't think it's come fully. A lot of the stuff they want to change, they haven't brought it out fully. They've just put bits and bobs here and there. The NSO stuff, if you look at the NSO, it hasn't got the reduced movement speed for Nanoweave. So if you're playing NSO right now, you can just equip Nanoweave and not have the issue of having the 10% reduced movement. So yeah, as you can see here, they've got mission board across it, which is actually pretty cool. This is actually a really nice change. And you've got equipment terminal there. Really good stuff. Now, a couple of other things that they've changed just while we're here. So they've added more guns to this. So you've got stuff like this, got that, NSX. I'm just briefly going through them. You've got a couple of things. You could come and check them out. Honestly, you've got burlap camo still around, and a couple of other things. But yeah, they have changed a few things, put new guns in, which is nice. So yeah, they've added some stuff to this as well. Just real quick, show you. So yeah, they've added a banner. They've added the cold weather gear for the NSO, which looks pretty cool. And you've got the Esamir ice camo and various camos, which is actually really nice. Now, you get this from the missions. Now, they haven't put any more missions in. I think it's because it's Esamir only missions, and Esamir is currently locked right now. If you look at Esamir is locked. So yeah, I don't think they've added anything to this. They've just got deployables and appearance, looks like. Now, this is the outfit stuff, you can't access that. Normally you would have more stuff in here, but because I'm on NSO. So yeah, that's basically what it is. Now, what they're hoping to achieve in the future is that people will come to Cold Tier during off-peak times. Now, I was reading the other day about off-peak, and this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to make Cold Tier an actual continent that you fight on during off-peak. So like morning times when it's dead, like late at night, you would come onto Cold Tier. Now that's a big change, and we've been asking for it for years. I mean, I could see why they didn't want to do it, because they're thinking, oh, people are going to get bored of coming on Cold Tier. Maybe so, but a lot of people in this game, they just want to have big fights, and you can't see the big fights because you're fighting on a map, on a continent that's massive, and for a server like Ceres that only roughly sees around 200 people, at prime time, probably 150, 200 people, you don't get those big fights. You get fights that are scattered around. There might be 5 guys fighting over a base here, 1 guy fighting over a base here, and that's it. It's just what it is. It's never been big fights. That's the problem with Ceres. Like, a lot of people will come to a base, they'll pick shotgun or max, they'll come to the point and start blasting up the place, and new players trying to fight that, they can't. They don't understand what's going on. They're getting killed by a max. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, Ceres as planetside, planetside moves forward. Hopefully the new player changes will show them how to kill a max, show them all the ins and outs of planetside, so they can survive a lot longer than 10 minutes. Because you see people come on, they join your outfit, they say I'm a new player, and then they just don't stay in the game. Right? It's just how it is. So some of the changes are welcomed. Now I'll just show you this real quick. If you're on NSO and you go to Nanoweave, you won't see hang on a sec. Click the wrong one. So you will see that Nanoweave doesn't have the base movement speed reduction. It's just how it is. Now, what they're trying to do in the future, they're going to be changing a lot of things, or that's what they've said in this particular post. It was from the forums that I was reading it. Now, stuff like Nanoweave is obviously got a reduction in speed. Whether they do something else to that, I don't know. Whether they take it out of the game, it's anyone's guess. I don't know that, but what they're trying to do, so ammunition belt, they're going to make ammunition belt give I think what they're trying to do is make it so when you reload your weapon, it reloads faster, something like that. That's what they're hoping for, so you can reload stuff faster. Stuff like munitions pouch, it's going to reload your guns over time. So when you use this, it's going to reload it over time for munitions. That's what they're hoping to do anyway. So we'll just have to wait and see on that. I'm trying to think of other things they did or they're going to do. So yeah, so one of the big changes is Cold Tier as an off-hours continent. Now you can see how small this continent is. Very small. Now this is going to be good. If they keep it around 200 players minimum, below 200 players, you're going to see some big fights on here. Now the problem with the continent at the moment is, and it's been like it for years, is the fact that the continent's too big and the fights are too spread out. Like, you're fighting over a base, and you either fight over a base and nobody comes to defend it because there's nobody on, or you get all the pop in one area. So let me just give you an example. So go to Amrish. You will see that most of the time you will get fights down the sides. Now, a fight down the side is great. Now, it is pretty compact when they're having fights down the side. It could be a 24 versus 24. Really good fight. But you will see that it's only down the sides, and then the other faction is left wondering what the hell. It's just how it is. So let me explain a little bit about the map. So currently the population is around, I'd say around 150 to 200. I think the other day we had around 210, something like that. So as you can see, with I've gone freelance with the NSO, and it's put me on VS at the moment. Now you will notice that you're getting warp gated a lot of times. Now splitting up the forces to attack the sides ends up with you losing the mid. It's what it is. Then nobody defends the side lanes. Nobody. So you end up with everybody in mid farming, and you busting your arse crack trying to defend a side. Sometimes you will get a whole faction that just goes to the side and has a massive fight. So they'll be fighting, say, here, and there'll be a 24 to 48, sometimes an even 96 plus battle going on here, say VS and NC, and then TR are left twiddling their thumbs thinking, well, what do I do? Like, what do I do now? So that's the issue. That's the issue that you have. And sometimes it can be boring. Like, you come on. Now, for people who play NSO, they will literally change faction. They will literally just switch faction. Like, they will go into freelance mode and hope that they get NC or VS. If TR has the highest pop, they end up jumping on TR. And they might, like, the other day we had NC getting warp gated by VS. We had TR warp gating NC as well. So we had two fights at the warp gate, which actually makes for good farming. I'm not going to lie. But you had people that couldn't deal with the fact we're getting warp gated, so they switch faction. And they go onto TR and then start warp gating us. So 1 minute you're fighting with a robot that's on your side, he changes faction and goes to freelance, or just goes freelance, just logs out and logs back in, and changes faction. So you end up fighting. Just how it is. Now, that's what they're thinking for the future planetside. They're thinking cold tier. They're going to do the new player stuff. Now, I've done a video on that. They're going to do all sorts. Honestly, if they want planetside to survive, a few things they need to do. They need to get new players into the game. But one thing that really needs to be addressed is sometimes the BM. Like, not all the time, but sometimes you come on and you've got some dude busting your ass crack in yell chat, or some dude telling you in a tell chat to go suck his nuts because you killed him. Like, honestly, man, new players don't want this drama, man. They don't want the drama. That's what puts a lot of new players off. It's not just about the new player experience. New players will literally go to a base, not understand why they're attacking the base. They'll get farmed by some dude using heavy shotgun, like a VS main who uses heavy shotgun. They will then pick shotgun. They will go to that same base with shotgun heavy, and they won't understand what they're doing. They'll kill him because they're using shotgun, he's using shotgun. Then his friend will pull shotgun because this dude with shotgun's killing 5 guys, so he wants to even it, so it ends up being a shotgun fight, and everybody using lasher and shotgun. Then you get people that think, oh, okay, well, this sucks. So then, next minute, everyone's logging out. They're like, I can't be dealing with this shit. I go there, I'm trying to get kills. Everybody's using all the OP shit. You've got people pulling maxes during overpop. Like 5 or 6 maxes during overpop. Like, everybody does it. New players can't deal with that. So hopefully with this new player update, they're going to address some of that. Like, they're going to address the fact that, yeah, we're fighting over this base, and this is why. Like, new players don't understand that farming is the thing. They go to the mid, and they don't understand what's going on. They're like, why are we stuck at this base for like 3 hours? For 4 hours, 5 hours? We're stuck there because nobody pushes. They're just interested in farming, which is fair enough. But new players don't understand that. They want action. They want to go to a base. They want to fight over the base. They want to put barriers down. They want to protect the point. They want to attack the point. It's what it is. But yeah, new players don't understand. That's the problem. It's the pop. At the moment, we're pushing back from our warp gate. We're pushing to Raven's Landing. New players coming into the game. Sometimes, like, you're just in mid farming. Some people pull a tank and go around getting tank kills for a directive. It's just is what it is. New players, they don't understand why we're doing. They don't understand our directives. They don't understand the whole premise. So hopefully the new player update will bring enough population back that there may be more than just a mid fight. Because honestly, fighting in mid is really bad. We're on Amherst at the moment. So you look at mid right now, right? Raven's Landing. That's the only fight really going on the map. You have to fight Raven's Landing. Now it's good to attack Raven's Landing. Like, you feel like you're achieving something when you attack that base and take it off the enemy. But it just becomes a bit stale later on. Like, you go to Liftcourt. You're never going to take Liftcourt if the enemy's defending it. Yesterday, we were attacking Liftcourt and from Bastion, and we could not take it. The VS had all their sweats there. They were just defending it really well, and that's what it is. But then, you get people bring up a Sunday, they put it down at this thing here, they get farmed, they log off because they're bored. They don't want to spend 5 hours in Liftcourt doing some shitty directive like that they're probably never going to get kills for anyway. Like, they want to feel like they're achieving something. You're attacking these side lanes, you're pushing bases, you're pushing the enemy back to their warp gate. You feel like you're achieving something. In mid, you're just really going for directives. Now, don't get me wrong, I do directives on a regular basis. Like, I've started doing directives. For me, the game would be boring if directives wasn't around. Like, I've played for years, I like doing directives. I'm currently trying to do my tank directives, so I'm going for Hesh kills. But a new player doesn't want to roll up and be like, hey, can I jump in your tank? And then you kick him out because you're trying to do Hesh kills, you're trying to get Hesh kills, the only farm on the map, and he's randomly shooting your guns everywhere. And then he's like, oh, this guy doesn't even want me in his tank. Oh, great. And then he's walking around lost for like 3 hours. But, man, like, you see it from my side, my point of view, and then you see it from his point of view. He wants to join in and get some action. You don't want him to be a top gunner because he's not shooting at what you need to be shooting at. You've got a tank rolling up like a Magrider, you're trying to defend yourself. He's randomly shooting into a bush somewhere. Like, this is new players in a nutshell. And then you kick him out the tank. You kick him out because he's not doing anything useful. And then he comes back and C4s the tank or something. Like yesterday, I had a guy C4 my tank. This is literally ceres in a nutshell for planetside. Like, and then I have to go and get a new tank. And I don't have the nanites to pull a tank. So I have to anvil one in, and we're low on green resource because we haven't attacked any bases because we've been pushed back. Man, it just gets to you, this whole server thing. So hopefully what they're doing for the future of planetside is going to be good, because at the moment, man, it's just a mess. Like, I'll give you a reason, right? I'll give you one of the examples here. So, you go into leadership directive. Mentorship ribbons have been bugged since 2017. That's what somebody said on Reddit. Around that year, around there. 2017, 2018. Something like that. Now, don't quote me on this, but since I've been playing in the game, as soon as you reach ASP, you cannot get mentorship ribbons. You cannot do conquest, platoon conquest, because the server's a dead server. You're not pushing bases. How am I going to get platoon conquest on this particular map? Unless I'm pushing Raven's Landing. Which, who the hell wants to push Raven's Landing? Nobody. You don't want to be pushing Raven's Landing just for a friggin' directive. I'm sure on busy servers, like really busy servers, you would be getting platoon conquest literally every 5 minutes. But you're not going to get it at Master's rank. I've got, in the 4 to 5 years I've been playing, I have 50 out of the 250 needed. I think it's 250 or is it 350? I don't even know anymore. It's been years since I've looked at it. But yeah. So, the server, man, the server gets to you. Like they want everyone to have a good time. The server, man, like, you need to sort out the new players, bro. Otherwise, people aren't going to stay. You need to tell them, you need to sort it out so that when they get BM'd, they can just straight up block the person. Because at the moment, right, you go into something, so let me go into, right, UVVS, for example, right. So say I wanted to mute this guy, It doesn't even let me turn down the volume on this guy, right? I cannot turn down the volume. I have to physically go into my settings, VChat settings, and turn down the volume. So I would have to turn down squad channel volume, right? Then it limits me from talking to my team that are actually in. You can get some dude playing music down your mic, or his mic even. New players can't mute the guy. They have to sit there and listen to the guy for hours on end until somebody shows them how to mute the guy, like by turning down the VChat. Man, this game is so messed up. Like, I'm just saying how it is. I'm just saying how it is. That's what it is. Yeah, anyway, enough ranting. I'm going to leave it there. If you have any issues, feel free to talk in the comments. If you have any issues about PlanetSide, or you think things could be better, you know, feel free to comment. You know, things are only going to change if people start saying, well, this needs sorting. This needs sorting. Like this whole camo bug / commander's helmet bug, I've been pushing to get it sorted because some of the people who have been around for years have had these issues and they've got straight up fed up with it. People just want it sorted. People just want it fixed. Just fix the damn game so everybody can get on with their lives. And honestly, as soon as I get that commander's helmet, I'll be the happiest guy alive. And I've literally just got mentorship ribbons to do because I've been playing for 4 years and I've literally been waiting for him to fix it for 4 years. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'll let you get on. Take care, guys.